Hey, happy Monday. And I decided to pop in here quick to share a couple tips and thoughts and ideas as I'm navigating back in my life book, and I'm working on element 7, which is creating the healthy surrounding for ourselves in this leptogenic world. And leptogenic means smaller or thin versus the obese-centric world that I want to leave. Our world today, so much around us is in the obese-centric, where it's actually setting us up for obesity and heart disease and the illnesses that come from that. And Dr. A, in working on this element, is helping us with the mindset part of what we want to create in the long game of our health. And so it was 5 years ago that I went on my journey, and it is a lot about what we are learning and the habits we're incorporating and the things that we're discovering along the way. And I want to just tell you, this journey for me has been an ongoing investment in myself. And when I say that, that means I'm constantly learning. And I really am blessed to be working alongside clients at the same time, because I'm digging in my life book and working on myself. But it doesn't help just me, but it helps me be able to ask them questions as to what they're discovering on their path and what are they taking with them. And no matter where you are on the journey, you're at a different place each time you go through an element. So I've gone through these elements a few times, and each time I go through it, there's something new that I take with. And we're working as a community right now with Dr. A, and we're working on element 7, getting ready to start element 8. And I just took a few minutes now to talk about what have been some things that I have actually got rid of from my home as a part of creating health and focusing on wanting to create ultra health. And one thing that I am really proud of, that I have really let go and it has not come back into my life, is soda pop. 5 years ago, I was drinking 5 cans of Coke as a regular part of my everyday diet. Am I proud of that? No. But that's just where I was, and I needed the soda to lift me up in the middle of the day. Like this time of day, I'd be having a can of soda just to give me energy. Some of us use energy drinks or other things to help. And I have learned that it was some of that, all that processed sugar that I was putting in my body, that was actually making my blood sugars crash and making me tired. And so some of the things that I have let go of in my life that are no longer in my home, they're not in our environment. That doesn't mean I don't have them. They're just not staples in my environment. So I've got rid of the soda, the chips, the cookies, the candies, the crackers. I don't have a junk food cupboard anymore. I don't have a cupboard that I open and it's just full of the processed crap. And in its place, I have almonds and walnuts and pistachios. In my refrigerator, I have yogurt, I have cheese curds, I have some other healthy proteins that all provide nutrients so that it's not just empty calories going in. I've also replaced all that soda with water. I'm drinking between 140 and 160 ounces of water a day, keeping my skin feeling good and my body feeling good, and it helps with feeling full. But I look at in my environment, part of that environment in our home is to declutter. It's something I'm a work in process. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still in process of helping to declutter. But things I do at my home, my bedroom is set up for a healthy sleep. I'm learning to turn off the TV early and unwind, and turning off the computer and the phone and Facebook and all that stuff an hour before bed, and letting my body and mind shut down. That's part of the healthy environment that I'm creating to set myself up for a good night's sleep. So those are some surrounding things that I'm doing. But the other thing that I really point out is we go out. We go out with our friends, we go out with people, we go out to dinner, and I no longer am ordering the heavy meals, but I'm looking for healthy options on the menu. Sometimes Neil and I will even split an order of food, or if we do go out for pizza, it's on a rare occasion instead of an excuse when I'm tired or he's tired and we don't feel like cooking. That's no longer an excuse for us to go do the pizza. That used to be a regular, like, oh, I don't feel like cooking, let's order pizza. Now when we go out for pizza, we have a side salad with it, and it's an intentional night out. But when we travel, I used to always have to stop at the gas station, and every time you stop, you know, I always had this guilt that I have to purchase something. And of course, always navigated towards chocolate or snack food, junk food stuff. And that's been one of the things that I've learned, that if I don't bring my wallet, I'm not even tempted. But if I really have this need or desire, I want to purchase something, I go buy a bottle of water and maybe some pistachios, or cheese curds is another one, of things I purchase when I'm in the car and traveling. If I have this really big need that I've stopped at that gas station, I really want to support them, etc. So but I'm really working harder on leaving my money behind, and we bring snacks in the car. I have what I need. I have fruits and veggies and some healthy nuts or options to chomp on. So I don't need anything at the gas station. But it's all mindset that I've been working on. I love the fact that this has been an ongoing journey that's helped me create the life I want to be living, but it's also helping me set up myself for the big picture or the long game in my life. And I love how Dr. A just talks about, how do I feel when I'm making these decisions? Because so many times I hear this from clients that they say, I don't think I could give that up. And maybe I didn't think I could either until I did. And then I realized how good I feel, the energy I have, the being able to run and do things that I wasn't able to do. And I'm thinking, all those things that I thought I couldn't live without are things today that it's like, I can't believe that I was letting myself be prisoner to. So it really, I guess, depends on what ultimately you want, because those things are always there and they are available, and I could have them, but I also can have this. And then when I compare where I'm at to where I left and the road that got here and the choices that I made along the way, I actually went from feeling like a prisoner in my body, in my mind, to being empowered in my body, in my mind. And the choices that I make are supporting me to creating that bigger picture goal of what I want. So anyway, here I am working on element 7 in my life book and talking with myself, working on this of organizing my life around what matters most to me. And part of that for creating the long-term healthy, sustainable long-term health is some things that you need to be willing to set aside, maybe for temporary. Some things, once you set them aside, they actually lead to a life of freedom. But I wouldn't have known that had I not stepped in to this journey and let go of things slowly. I love the fact that we work on our life and our lifestyle in small, incremental, bite-sized pieces. So I don't have to try to navigate this whole thing, like change everything overnight. But no, what's one thing? And if I could offer you a bit of advice on a Monday morning, Monday afternoon, wherever you're at, if I could offer you one tip or advice, it's if you took a look and went through your home, through your pantry, through your refrigerator, through your car, in your home, what are some of the things that are supporting you in the life you want to create? And what are some of the things that you see as things that are becoming your prison, that are becoming the things that are actually shackling you to a life that maybe you want to create something different with. And maybe it's letting go of one thing. And then maybe it's adding one thing into your environment that's going to support the big picture goals of what you want to accomplish. That's where I started. One step in letting go of something, and another step in bringing new things in. And I will tell you, it is so worth it to be on this side, still making some healthy changes and looking through this, seeing the things that I've already done, the support, but I also can find new areas where I want to incorporate new things. So I'm looking at all these things and what are some things I need to let go of in my environment today. And I'm going to actually walk through my kitchen. And I'm actually going to walk through my pantry. I'm going to look in there. What's in there that really doesn't need to be in there? And in my fridge, I'm going to do the same. Letting go and bringing new things in, being open and curious to explore what's possible, actually leads you in a whole new path if it's something you want to accomplish. Thanks, Dr. A.